Welcome guys on quiz Patente B in English, Marwin the teacher. Now we are going to do the Esame Ministeriale Scheda number 40 and 41. Make sure you like the video as we start the teaching in just 10 seconds. Okay, so in just 5 seconds we are starting the exercise. Also, if you want to have access to the private classes, get in touch with the teacher and have access to the full teaching, the theory and the quiz with explanation. Question number 1. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito ai motocicli. The number 1, the right answer is absolutely vero. Why? He says, in the presence of this sign, motorcycles are permitted to pass. And of course the answer is vero. Why? Because this sign is a prohibition only for buses from transiting there. That is why the 1 is vero. Very good. Good morning, Mr. Deba. Number 2. It says, in una zona a traffico limitato possono circolare solo I veicoli autorizzati. So the number 2, of course, the answer is vero. It says, in a limited traffic zone, only authorized vehicles can circulate. The answer is vero. That's why it's called zona traffico limitato. So if you are not authorized and you pass there, you will be given a sanction. So the 2 is absolutely vero. Number 3. Il delineatore raffigurato è posto ai lati delle gallerie a senso unico. And the 3, of course, it is vero. It says this sign is placed on the side of the one-way tunnel. So the answer is absolutely vero because the one-way tunnel has this specific panel, which is the yellow one. So the 3 is absolutely vero. 4. Su strade a 2 corsie per senso di marcia, in caso di intenso traffico, I ciclomotori possono circolare sulla corsia di sinistra. So the number 4, the answer is falso. Why? It says, on a road with 2 lanes in each direction, in case of heavy circulation, scooter can travel in the left lane. The answer is falso because the left lane is used for overtaking. That's why the 4 is falso. 5. Il limite massimo di velocità su strade extraurbane secondarie è di 90 km orari per I quadricicli non leggeri. So the number 5, what is the right answer? Number 5, of course, it is absolutely falso. It is falso because it says the maximum speed limit on a secondary extra-urban road is 90 kilometers per hour for non-light quadricycles. Now, for non-light quadricycles, it is not 90, but it is being reduced because the non-light quadricycle, their high speed limit on the extra-urbana secondaria is not 90. Why? Because already the high speed limit for the light one is what? 80 for the light one. Okay, so that's why the 5 is falso. Number 6. La doppia striscia continua in figura può essere superata. Number 6 is falso. It says the double solid line in the figure can be overcome or can be overtaken. It is falso because the double line can never be overtaken. So the 6 is absolutely falso. 7. Se si trainano caravan e rimorchi TATS, non è obbligatorio che il veicolo trainante sia munito di specchietto retrovisore destro. So, the number 7, what is the right answer? Of course, it is falso. It says, if you tow a TATS caravans and trailers, it is not mandatory for the towing vehicle to be equipped with a right-hand back view mirror. It is falso. Okay, it is falso because you must have it. That's why the 7 is falso. Very good. Number 8. In presenza di un ferito in stato di shock, occorre fargli bere piccole quantità di superalcolici. So the 8, of course, the answer is falso. It says, if an injured person is in shock, it is necessary to give him small quantities of alcoholic drinks or alcohol. It is falso because it is not allowed. Okay, so the 8 is absolutely falso. Number 9. Il segnale raffigurato lungo le autostrade viene posto a distanza maggiore di 150 metri. So the 9, of course, it is falso. It said this sign is placed at a distance greater than 150 meters along the motorways. It is falso. Why? Because this sign is positioned at the entrance of the autostrada at a distance of 150 meters distance and not more. The question says more, so that's why the 9 is falso. Very good. Number 10. Thank you, Mr. Deba, for the gift. Number 10. Nell'incrocio rappresentato nella figura, il conducente del veicolo D passa per terzo. Thank you, Mr. Deba. So the 10, the answer is falso. Why? It says at this intersection, the driver of vehicle D passes third, or is the third vehicle to pass. It is false, because the D is actually the first vehicle. Well done. Comfort zone. Well done. The 10 is absolutely false because the D is the first one. Well done. For those of you who want to join the private class, get in touch with the teacher and have access to the full teaching, theory and quiz with explanation, and also online classes. Number 11. Per salvaguardare l'ambiente dall'inquinamento atmosferico, bisogna premere diverse volte e a fondo il pedale dell'acceleratore affinché il veicolo raggiunga in fretta la temperatura di esercizio. So, the number 11 is, of course, falso. Well done, Mr. Deba. because it says to protect the environment from air pollution, the accelerator pedal must be pressed down several times to allow the vehicle to reach operating temperature quickly. It is falso, because by doing that, you are contaminating the atmosphere and also making unnecessary noise. So the 11 is absolutely falso. Very good. Number 12. Il conducente che intende sorpassare deve accertarsi che la larghezza della carreggiata consenta la manovra in condizioni di sicurezza. So the number 12, of course, it is vero. He said the driver who intends to overtake must ensure that the wideness of the road allows the maneuver to be carried out in safe conditions. Of course, it is vero, because if the road is tight, you won't be able to make the overtaking safely. So the 12 is absolutely vero. 13. Il segnale raffigurato permette di transitare tra una barra e l'altra se le semibarriere sono chiuse, dopo aver verificato che non ci sono treni in arrivo. So 13 is absolutely falso. It says this sign shown allows you to pass between one barrier and the other if the half barriers are closed, after having checked that there are no incoming trains. So the 13 is falso. Why? Because this sign does not allow you to pass between one barrier and the other, okay, when there is a train coming. Okay, you have to actually wait at the entrance before you cross and wait for the train to cross before you also cross. So that's why the 13 is falso. 14. Nell'intersezione in figura i veicoli transitano nel seguente ordine: T, M, P. So the 14, of course, it is falso. It says at this intersection, vehicles will pass in the following order. The first vehicle, it says the first vehicle will be the T, then the M, and the P. It is falso because the first vehicle crossing is the tram. Then the second is the P. The third one will be the M, which is the autobus. Very good. So that's what the 14 is falso. Well done, guys. Number 15. Il titolare abilitato a condurre veicoli conducibili con patente della categoria A e della categoria B, per confermarne la validità, deve sostenere 2 specifiche visite mediche, ognuna abilitante alla singola categoria. So the number 15, of course, the answer is falso. Why? It says the holder authorized to drive vehicles with a category A and category B licenses, in order to confirm its validity, must undergo 2 specific medical examinations, each qualifying for the single category. So it is false because the test that you must do for the B is different from the test you must do for the A. Okay, so that's why the 15 is falso. 16. For those who just joined us, if you want to join the private class, get in touch with the teacher and join the full class. 16. Il segnale raffigurato si trova in vicinanza di un ponte che attraversa il fiume Arno. 16 is vero. It says this sign is located near a bridge that crosses the Arno River. It is vero. That's exactly the meaning of the sign. Okay, so 16 is absolutely vero. Very good. 17. Il segnale raffigurato indica che si può svoltare soltanto a sinistra. 17, of course, it is vero. He said this sign indicates that you can only turn to the left. Of course, it is vero. Because the sign means direzione obbligatoria a sinistra. So 17 is absolutely vero. God bless you, Mr. Deba, for the many gifts. For those of you who are watching, you can also tap on the screen. God bless you. Number 18. Il simbolo raffigurato segnala l'accensione della luce posteriore per nebbia. So 18, of course, the answer is falso. Why? Because it says this symbol indicates that the back fog light is on. It is falso, because this sign represents the annabayante, which is the dim light. That's why 18 is falso. 19. La prescrizione del segnale raffigurato, se abbinato ad un semaforo, vale quando il semaforo funziona a luce gialla lampeggiante. So for those who are part of the class, they already know that the 19 is vero. Why? He said that this prescription is combined with the traffic, if combined with the traffic light, is valid when the traffic light is flashing yellow, and it is absolutely vero. Okay? 20. Il segnale raffigurato vieta la circolazione a tutti i veicoli sprovvisti di motore. 20 is of course falso. Why? He said this sign prohibits circulation of all vehicles without an engine. And of course it is falso. Why? Because it prohibits only vehicles that are being pulled by animals, which is animali da sella. So that's why the 20 is absolutely falso. Number 21. Il semaforo di corsie reversibili in figura è posto solo su carreggiate a senso unico di circolazione. 21, of course, it is falso. It says the reversible lane traffic light in the figure, if only placed on the one-way carriageway, it is placed on only one-way carriageway. It is falso because it is a double sense of circulation traffic light. So that's why 21 is falso. Welcome, Madam Rebecca. 22. Il fondo di garanzia per le vittime della strada risarcisce i danni arrecati dai conducenti minorenni. So 22 is absolutely falso. It says the guarantee fund for road victims compensate for damages caused by underage drivers. It is falso, because guarantee funds for road victims, Fondo di Garanzia per le Vittime della Strada, what it does is to pay for the damages caused by vehicles that were not having insurance. So that's why the 22 is absolutely falso. Join the class and have access to the full teaching by being in touch with Marwin, the teacher, as you have my details ready on the screen. Also, for those of you who want to know our YouTube channel is Marwin DT. Subscribe to the YouTube channel Marwin DT. So you just go on YouTube and you write Marwin DT and you see a lot of our teachings there. But of course, if you want to have access to the full teaching, you need to get in touch with the teacher. Very good. Let's proceed with the question number 23. La sosta è vietata se si impedisce l'accesso ad altro veicolo già regolarmente in sosta. So number 23, of course the answer is vero. It says parking is prohibited if it impedes or if it blocks access to another vehicle already parked regularly. So it is vero. If there's another vehicle parked on the place, on the road, why should you park your vehicle there? So 23 is absolutely vero. 24. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere sempre uguale allo spazio di frenatura del veicolo. Number 24, I know you know that the 24, it is absolutely falso. Why? Because it says the safety distance must always be equal to the braking distance of the vehicle. It is falso because it shouldn't be equal. Okay, it cannot be equal anyway, but the safety distance must be more, rather supposed to be more. So 24 is falso for that reason. Very good. Number 25. Il pannello integrativo in figura indica la fine di una prescrizione. 25, of course, the answer is falso. It says this supplementary panel in the figure indicates the end of a prescription. It is falso because this is part of segnale di indicazione. So it is not prescrizione. That's why 25 is falso. 26. Il segnale raffigurato è di norma preceduto dal segnale rotatoria. So 26 is of course falso. Why? He said this sign is usually preceded by the runabout sign. It is falso because it can be a runabout and it can also be a different thing ahead of us. Okay, so and this sign is also known as passaggi consentiti. Passaggi consentiti destra, sinistra. So 26 is absolutely falso. Very good. Thank you, Lord. We give glory to the Lord. Hallelujah. 27. Il segnale A integrato con il pannello B preannuncia la possibile presenza di macchine sgombraneve al lavoro sulla strada. 27, of course, it is vero. Why? It says the sign A integrated with the panel B announces the possible presence of snow ploughs working on the road. And the answer is, of course, vero, because the sign below represents a slow plowing vehicle. The sign on top represents what? Altri pericoli, which is other danger. Okay, so that is why the 27, the answer is vero. Please like the video and subscribe also to our YouTube channel. Okay, so you can go to the YouTube and write Marwin DT, just as it is written, Marwin DT, and you will have access to our teachings. Also get in touch with the teacher, of course, and have access to the private class and learn Patente B the best way ever. Please, if you are watching us, do not forget to tap on the screen. It is free. If you tap on the screen, it is free. Okay? So the least you can do. Okay. Let's proceed with the next question, number 28. So 28, 28 it says, in caso di nebbia fitta è opportuno circolare con le sole luci di posizioni accese. So 28, we all know that the right answer, of course, it is falso. Why? It says, in case of thick fog, it is advisable to drive with only the side lights on. Of course, it is falso because you must on the dim light and also the fog light as well. Okay. So that is why the number 28, the answer is falso. Comfort zone official. I don't understand well what you are saying, but if you want to join our class, you get in touch with the teacher and then we will see what we can do to help you. Number 29. It says, le sospensioni di un veicolo a motore sono in genere poste sulle ruote anteriori, ma non su quelle posteriori. So number 29, of course, the answer is falso. Why? It says the suspension of a motor vehicle is typically placed on the front wheels, but not on the back wheels. So it is falso. Why? Why is the answer falso? Because the suspensions are positioned front and back. So that's why the 29 is falso. Very good. Number 30. It says, l'airbag è un cuscino gonfiabile di nylon o altro materiale sintetico. And the 30, we all know that the answer is vero. Why? It says the airbag is an inflated, cushion made of nylon or other synthetic material. It is absolutely vero. That is what the airbag is made of. So 30 is absolutely vero. Now, if you have learned something good with Marvin the teacher, just write yes in the comment section. Also, like I said before, if you want to join the private class, get in touch with the teacher. And also, do not forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Marvin the teacher. Okay, here on TikTok, we don't do the teaching. What you see here is just a demonstration of what you can have access to, the kind of explanations you can get access to if you join the class. Very simple. Okay, so do not forget, go to YouTube, subscribe to Marvin DT. Now, when you go on YouTube and you write Marvin DT, you will have access to a lot of channels because I have many channels associated with Marvin DT. By the way, they are all mine, so subscribe to all. Chris, Pastor Chris, how are you doing? I believe you are doing good. Okay, so now we are going to do another exercise. Okay, of course, if you keep typing the screen, keep tapping the screen. Allora, let's move to the question number, Esame number 41. So this is the Esame Ministeriale number 41. Do your best to tap on the screen as you're about to start this other exercise in just 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, let's start. Question number 1. It says, se il tram o il filobus sono fermi per la salita. Let me reduce it a little bit. Let me reduce it a little bit because it's too big. Okay. So question number 1, it says, se il tram o i filobus sono fermi per la salita e la discesa dei passeggeri, la manovra di sorpasso può sempre effettuarsi a destra. And of course the number 1 is falso. Why? Because it says, if the tram and the trolley bus is stopped for passengers to enter or get out, the overtaking maneuver can always be carried out on the right. It is falso. Why? Because unless there is what? A salvagente. Okay, that's why the 1 is falso. Very good. Number 2. Nel caso in cui a un passaggio a livello ci si trova ancora sui binari col proprio veicolo, quando le barriere cominciano a chiudersi, occorre scendere e abbandonare rapidamente il veicolo per mettersi in salvo. So the 2 is falso. Why is the number 2 falso? Because it says, if you are still on the track on the track of the train with your vehicle, when the barriers begin to close, you must get out quickly and abandon the vehicle and save yourself. The answer is falso because you must try as much as possible to remove the vehicle from the train line. That's why the 2 is falso. Number 3. La distanza minima di sicurezza se si viaggia a 150 km/h deve essere di circa 42 metri. So the number 3, of course, it is vero. Why? It says the minimum safety distance when traveling at 150 km/h must be approximately 42 meters. And the answer is absolutely vero. Number 4. Thank you, Mr. Deba, for the many gifts. Number 4. Gli addetti a servizi di polizia stradale vengono riconosciuti dalla paletta bianca e nera. And of course the 4 is falso. It says the traffic police officer are recognized by their black and white palette. The answer is falso. Perché? Why is the answer falso? Because it's white and red. So the 4 is absolutely falso. Very good. Number 5. Per evitare rumori fastidiosi durante la guida si deve usare il clacson solamente per motivi di sicurezza stradale. Trasporto feriti o ammalati, pericolo immediato. So the 5, of course, the answer is vero. He said to avoid annoying noises while driving, the horn should only be used for road safety reasons, transporting injured or sick people, immediate danger. So the answer is absolutely vero. That's one of the reasons why you can use the horn of the vehicle. So the 5 is vero. Remember that, okay? Number 6. Secondo le norme di precedenza, nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo B deve passare dopo il veicolo P. And the 6 is vero. It says, according to the rules of precedence, at this intersection shown in the figure, vehicle B must pass after vehicle P. So the 6 is, of course, vero. Why? Because the first vehicle crossing in this intersection is the D. The second is the P, then the B, and then the N, which is the red. So that is why the number 6 is absolutely vero. Well done. Number 7. Durante la sosta il conducente deve adottare le opportune cautele atte ad evitare incidenti. The 7 is, of course, vero. He said during the stop or parking, the driver must take appropriate precautions to avoid accident. And of course, it is vero. So the 7 is absolutely vero. 8. Now, if what you are watching is helping you, write yes, 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 yes in the comment section. Also, do not forget to tap on the screen. God bless you. Number 8. Also, if you want to get in touch with the teacher, our details are on the screen. Also, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is Marwin DT. You go on YouTube, you write Marwin DT, and you have access to our teachings. Also, join the private class by getting in touch with the teacher. Janet Sewa Akoto, how are you doing? I believe you're doing good. Number 8. Il segnale raffigurato è posto in vicinanza di un ippodromo. Of course, the 8 is falso. He said this sign is placed near a race course. So the 8 is absolutely falso, because it's the end of the lane reserved for animali da sella. 9. Il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito ai veicoli che trasportano sostanze suscettibili di contaminare l'acqua. And the 9 is absolutely vero. He said this sign prohibits the transit of vehicles carrying substances likely to contaminate water. And the answer is vero, because that's the meaning of this sign. Okay. Number 10. Il segnale raffigurato indica una strada larga 2.30 metri. So the number 10, the answer is falso. He said this sign indicates a road wide 2.30 meters. It is falso because this sign prohibits the transit of vehicles that are larger than 2.30 meters. So the 10 is, of course, falso. 11. Le strisce pedonali dipinte sulla carreggiata sono un elemento stradale che può essere pericoloso per la circolazione dei veicoli a due ruote. So the 11, of course, the answer is vero. It says pedestrian crossing painted on the roadway are a road fracture or are part of the road that can be dangerous for the circulation of two-wheeled vehicles. So the 11 is absolutely vero. Why? Why is the answer vero? Because the road becomes what? Slippery. For that reason. That's why the 11 is vero. 12. I delineatori raffigurati sono posti al centro della carreggiata. And we all know that the 12 is falso. It says this delineator shown, they are placed in the center of the roadway. It is falso because they are positioned on the left and right of a senso unico carriageway. So 12 is falso. 13. If you are watching, tap on the screen. Tap on the screen. The least you can do is to tap on the screen. Is to tap on the screen. Ok. 13. Chiunque non abbia potuto evitare la caduta di materie viscide deve deviare il traffico in attesa che l'ente proprietario della strada intervenga per ripristinare le condizioni ottimali. And the 13, of course, it is falso. It says anyone who was unable to avoid the fall of slippery or slimy materials must divert the traffic unit until the road owner intervenes to restore optimal conditions. It is falso because you have to try to intervene and to bring the road to a proper state by pouring sand or sawdust on the road. So that's why the 13 is falso. 14. La revisione della patente di guida può essere disposta quando il titolare circola su un'auto storica senza la prescritta documentazione. 14, of course, it is absolutely falso because it says a driving license may be subject to a revocation when the holder of the driving license drives a classic car without a required documentation. It is falso because revocation of the driving license has nothing to do with you driving a classic car without the required documentation. So that's why the 14 is falso. 15. Dovendo attraversare l'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo E deve dare la precedenza al veicolo A. And the 15, we all know that the answer is absolutely falso. Why? It says, having to cross this intersection, vehicle E or A must give way to vehicle A. So 15 is falso because the first vehicle crossing here is the C. Then the A, which is the red car, the A. The third one is the L, the black car. The fourth one is the R. And the last one is the E, which is the green car. That's why the 15 is falso. Very good. Number 16. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una confluenza sia da destra che da sinistra. So the 16, let me see. Who knows the answer of the 16? If you know it, write it in the comment section. I'm going to wait for just 10 seconds. Let me see who knows the answer of the 16. Okay, so the 16, of course, the answer is false. It says this sign announces a confluence from both right and the left. It is falso because it is intersezione. Intersezione. So that's why the 16 is falso. Well done. 17. Bisogna usare maggiore prudenza nei confronti delle persone anziane. So the 17, talk to me. What is the right answer? 17, of course, it is vero. It says greater caution must be used towards elderly people. Yes, we have to be careful and pay more attention for them. Very good. Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael. Yeah, Mr. Michael, I teach Patente B, Patente C, and Patente Chicuchi. We also have classes for OS, which is Operatore Socio-Sanitario. We also have courses for ADR. We have courses also for Italian language. We teach everything in our class. Okay? So if you want to join, you are welcome to join. Just get in touch with the teacher. Okay. So the number 17, we have concluded that the answer is vero. Okay? Very good. Number 18. 18 says, nei veicoli a motore a due ruote, in caso di sostituzione della catena di trasmissione per usura, non è mai necessario sostituire anche il pignone motore e la corona della ruota. So, if you know the answer, write it in the comment section for me. Yeah, Madam Kindness Zuri. Yeah, the OS that I teach with explanation in English and Italian language. So if you want to join. Okay, so the number 18, we have concluded that the answer, of course, it is false. So why? It says, in two-wheeled motor vehicles, in case of replacement of the driver, of the driving chain due to consumption, it is never necessary to also replace the drive pinion and the wheel crown. It is false because you have to replace them. Okay, you have to replace them. So 18 is of course false. Very good. Number 19. Il simbolo raffigurato indica il comando per azionare l'indicatore di direzione destro. Number 19, we all know that the answer is falso. He said this symbol indicates the command to operate the right direction indicator. It is falso because it is the Anna Bayante, which is the dim light of the car. Is that clear? If you are learning something, write yes in the comment section. So do not forget to tap on the screen. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is Marwin DT. You go on YouTube and you write Marwin DT. Very good. Also for the women, for our sisters, those who want to join Italian language courses and also the OS course, Operatore Socio-Sanitario, we teach also the OS in English and Italian language. We teach the Patente C, a D, and also Chicuchi in English and Italian language. For anyone which is interested to join our private classes, you just need to get in touch and you have access to what you need. God bless you. Do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Marwin DT, and tap on the screen. You are not tapping on the screen. You are not tapping the thing. Okay, let's proceed with the question number 20. Il segnale raffigurato si trova su strade extraurbane. So the 20, of course, it is falso. It says this sign is found on extra-urban roads. It is falso because it is found where? On Autostrada. Well done. Comfort zone official. Autostrada. Very good. Michael, thank you for the gift, Michael. So 20 is falso for that simple reason. 21. L'arrotolatore delle cinture di sicurezza può essere disattivato o modificato dal conducente se crea fastidio al passeggero. So 21, the answer is falso. It said the seat belt retractor can be deactivated or adjusted by the driver if it causes discomfort to the passengers. It is false because we are not allowed to do that. Okay, you have to leave it as it is. So 21 is falso. 22. Il segnale raffigurato si trova solo su strade urbane. And then number 22 is of course falso. It says this sign is only found on urban roads. It is falso because you can see it on urban road, extra urban road, and also autostrada. So 22 is falso. Very good. Number 23. Il segnale raffigurato si trova di norma a 150 metri dai binari. So number 23 is falso. It is falso because it says this sign is usually located at 150 meters from the tracks. It is falso because this sign is positioned exactly where the crossing of the train line is. Simple. Okay? For those who want to join, have more access to the full teaching, theory, and quiz, get in touch with the teacher and also subscribe to the YouTube channel Marvin DT. Marvin DT. Okay, now let's proceed to the number 24. 24, it says il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica di fare attenzione per la probabile presenza di veicoli pesanti in lento movimento. For any information, you can get in touch. The same number works on WhatsApp or direct call. Okay? So the number 24, the answer is vero. He said this supplementary panel should indicate that you should pay attention to the probable presence of slow moving heavy vehicles. So it is vero because the sign ahead represents camion. So the ordinary vehicles must reduce their speed in order not to hit the back of camions. So 24. That is why the answer is as simple. Vero. Patente is difficult, but we are just trying to make it easier for everyone. Okay? Only serious people can pass the exams though, because it's not as simple as that. 25. Il segnale raffigurato vieta la circolazione a veicoli muniti di pneumatici con spessore del battistrada inferiore a 3 mm. So of course the 25, the answer is falso. Why is the 25 falso? Because it says this sign prohibits the circulation of vehicles equipped with tires with a tread depth of less than 3 millimeters. It is falso because it has nothing to do with the depthness of the tread of the tire, but it's just an obligation that vehicles that do not have a snow tire or chain for the tire are not allowed to pass on this specific road. Okay, so that's why 25 is falso. Now, if you agree with what I just said, the explanation I just gave in the number 25, write yes, 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 yes in the comment section. Let me know you are participating to what we are doing. You are not just listening to the answers, but you are listening also to the explanations, which is the most important thing. Okay? Okay, well done, everyone. Very good. Number 26. Rebecca, happy Jessica, how are you doing? Royal Priesthood, you are looking beautiful, 26. L'idoneità alla guida può essere compromessa se si fa uso di integratori alimentari. So number 26, of course, the answer is falso. Why? It says driving fitness may be impaired or affected if you use food supplement. So the 26 is falso because food supplement does not affect your well-being. Okay? Very good. That's why the answer is falso. Yeah, Madam Rebecca, I'm doing good. Let's proceed to the number 27. Il carico deve essere sistemato sugli autoveicoli in modo da non impedire la libertà di movimenti nella guida. And we all know that 27 is vero. It says the load must be placed on the vehicle in such a way as not to impede or block the freedom of movement of other vehicles, okay, or of the vehicle itself while driving. So the 20 is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 28. La striscia bianca laterale discontinua in figura separa la carreggiata da una piazzola di sosta. Now I want to zoom this one for you people to see it well. What the question is talking about is this line here. Is the line on top here. This is what the question is talking about, this line on top. Okay? Okay, now let's return to the normal form. So after what I've shown you right now, what is the answer of the number 28? The 28 is simply vero. Well done, Madam Rebecca. It is absolutely vero, because the question is saying that the discontinuous white side line separate the carriageway from the Piazzola di Sosta, which is the outside parking zone. So the answer is vero. Okay? Very good. Number 29. Says la responsabilità penale connessa al sinistro stradale sorge qualora esso provochi lesioni gravi a persone. And of course, the 29 is very, very vero. It says criminal responsibility in connection with a road accident arises when it causes serious injuries to persons. Yes, it is vero, because it is called penale when somebody is hurt or dead. Okay, so 29 is vero. And the last one, number 30. Now, if you have watched us up to this far, it means you found the teaching interesting. That's why you are still here. So I believe and I know you have learned something. Do me a favor. Go to YouTube, write Marwin DT. Okay, Marwin DT, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also get in touch if you want to join our private class. Like I said before, we teach Patente B, the C and the D, Chikuchi, and ADR in English. also Italian language A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. And also we teach terza media privately so that you can write your terza media exams. Do not forget that we teach it in English and Italian language so that you can have access to the exam, the form of the exam, before the examination period gets there. Okay, so we also do OS, operatore socio-sanitario, in English and Italian language so that you can become let me say a nurse or do a better job, okay, and get a better salary. Are you not tired of working for someone and also, cleaning? All the ladies are doing cleaning jobs. We need to stop that. So that's why I'm giving the help for you. Now, number 30 is the last question. It says, in presenza del segnale raffigurato, si deve circolare il più vicino possibile al margine destro della carreggiata, su strada a due sole corsie e a doppio senso di circolazione. And we all know that the number 30, the answer is absolutely vero. Well done, everyone. Why is the 30 vero? It is vero because it says in the presence of this sign, you must drive as close as possible to the right edge of the carriageway on a road with only 2 lanes and a double direction road, which is a double sense of circulation road. So the number 30 is absolutely vero. God bless you all for watching Marvin the Teacher. I believe you have learned something. Now we are going to end the live. Get in touch with the teacher and have access to the full teaching. See you all the next time. God bless you. And in case you want to ask any question, you can just send me the invitation right now on the screen. I'll allow you to come and I will accept the invitation so that you can ask if you want to ask any question right now. 10 seconds. If there's no one, then we are going to end the live. God bless you. God bless you all. Ciao, 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 ciao.